out, or why they're doing this. I take the trash out and clean up the house and so forth. So when she comes out, she can take and um, she can go right in her chair
Right.
and start watching the morning news and stuff. So by that time, I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
So I go in there and go to sleep, and maybe sleep till about noon, trying to catch up on my sleep.
Right.
Well, then she's hungry. Okay. Then if she doesn't find what she wants me to go out and get something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And she wants something soft because she can't chew right or something. I says, okay. Uh, was there a car in the driveway?
Two.
Huh?
There's two people here.
Oh, okay.
Two ladies.
Well, that's part of the situation.
Right.
That is part of the caregivers that are taking care of her.
Right.
And what they do, she's been coming over here very often, um, almost every day last week.
Yeah.
And she's with the attitude that Beverly should stay in a nursing home.
Right.
And I think she should.
Right.
And that I should just go ahead and stay home and do my normal things.
Okay.
Okay.
But
And
we
then
gotta, we got to get rid of this place.
huh?
You really need to be in an assisted living center.
Yeah.
You need to get rid of this place.
Yeah. So anyway, uh, I what did I say?
That that gal came a few times and they think that she should be in a nursing home.
Yeah, they're trying to get her back to the nursing home.
Right.
Okay, that's all well and good, see, but why she's at St. Luke's just 3 o'clock in the morning and stuff? She would go to the emergency room because they would not um, administer the medicine that she wanted unless they could monitor after the medicine. See,
Yeah.
they could just do her sent home and then go berserk or something.
Right. Have a reaction or something.
Yeah. So what happened was those. I think there was 2 or 3 nights that she went over there during the day, and they kept her all night. See, then she wanted me to go over there at night, but see, the nurse that was here took her to the nursing home
Right.
over at St. Luke's because of the fact she complained about medicine.
Right.
She always wants to take medicine. I don't care what kind it is. Any kind, she wants medicine.
Right.
So anyway, today I got a phone call, and they wanted to know, your number.
Right.
Okay, they called you.
Right.
Then Karen called me later.
They called her too.
Yeah. And then when she called, I called Jerry. I said, what the hell's going on? And he says they're trying to get her admitted to a nursing home, but they want you to go to a nursing home, and they want you to sell your house and get rid of all your stuff and all the other stuff. And she said they picked 2 people. They picked you, and they picked Jerry. Karen, they wanted Karen from Beverly's side, but Karen didn't want to come down here.
I know.
See, and because she didn't want to come down here, it interrupted her business,
Right.
and she don't want nothing to do with Beverly
I know.
because of the fact that Beverly's always got the want. I want this.
I know.
I got almost 6 magazines today just for her,
Oh my gosh.
and they're for 2 years.
Oh.
And I get this about twice a week, and she must get 10 magazines or so, and they're for 2 years. So anyway, then I start getting an idea from Jerry what they want to do. they want me to go to a nursing home. They want Beverly to go to a nursing home. Don't have to be the same one because of the level, whatever
Right.
it is.
Yeah.
She can walk, and I can walk, and she can't.
Right.
So it might be Delmar Gardens like we had before. I lived one place, and she lived next door.
Right.
But she always calls me and wants me to come over for lunch.
Right.
See? So sometimes I fall asleep during the day.
Right.
So when I do, I miss a meal. See? Well, then when she asked me to come over for dinner or something, I come over just to get something to eat because I get a free meal.
Right.
So that gets old too.
Right.
So they got the state involved through St. Luke's.
Right.
Then now they got you and they got Jerry as a close relative to kind of help make a decision of getting us in a nursing home.
Right.
They get you and her to divide up the money. Like Beverly has her money and
Right.
I have my money.
Right.
And she's got different money than I have. So she's got a little bit more.
Right.
Well, in doing so and everything, Jerry is with the attitude that we want to treat both of you equal.
Okay.
You know, like I get 10,000, she gets 10,000.
Okay.
I get 20,000, she gets 20,000.
Right.
So forth. Well, but they want the decision now to be you and Jerry.
Okay.
I found that out from Jerry this morning. Well, this morning, I usually go back to bed.
Yeah.
And I was asleep when a lot of this happened this morning that started 2 or 3 days ago that I didn't know anything about.
Right.
And I said, well, what do they want Elizabeth's number for? They just want Elizabeth's number. Well, the caretaker that was here is the first time she's ever been here.
Okay.
So she gave out free information,
Okay.
you know, to the people of your phone number from me, your phone number.
Okay.
And that's how it all started. And then Jerry got involved, Karen got involved, and Beverly's with the idea now that she can go to Springfield, Missouri, where her mother went to the nursing home that was close to her son, lives about 10, 15 minutes away.
Beverly's brother
Beverly's brother,
lives by Springfield.
his Dennis. Dennis is his name.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
not the son.
Right.
It's her brother.
Brother.
Yeah. I seen the facilities that she went from Steelville to Springfield, and then in Springfield she went 2 or 3 other places because she always got in trouble. Okay.
Yeah.
And the reason she did, she unlocked some fire alarm doors and stuff like that, you know,
okay.
raise hell at night and get up at 5 and 6 in the morning. Because on the pillbox, they want to get everybody their medicine. Well, if they get their medicine before they eat, like they should, then they got to start early. And a lot of times, it's 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning when they eat, and the regular people eat about 8 o'clock.
Oh.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, they want to get them to take their medicine.
Right.
Well, when they take their medicine, they're hungry because they have to take water and everything with it. They got to go to the bathroom and all the other stuff, you know, and then they take a shower and they kill a lot of time. Then they take them to therapy or a big room where there may be 20 people in there.
Okay.
It's like a therapy room. and they can do anything they want, but they're locked in, and then they have to unlock you out, lock you in
Right.
and lock you out.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So if
Yeah.
you want to get out, you got to get their permission,
Right.
and they help you out. And that's how it all started. So that's why she wants to go to Springfield, because her brother's there,
Okay.
because she ain't going to get nothing from Karen.
Right.
Karen could care less.
No.
Yeah.
I know.
So that's the deal. So they decided to get Karen and you. Well, Karen says, no way, let Jerry handle it.
Okay.
And that's how Jerry got involved.
Okay.
And in doing so, Beverly's got good ears.
I know.
And
I know that.
so anyway, we really haven't got settled here because we went to Florida.
Right.
So we only been here, this will be the 3rd year now,
Yeah.
or the 4th year. In the meantime, we would go down there and I take care of her so she doesn't fall. And then I come home and take care of her because she doesn't fall. Then we'd go back down there. But if she gets down there for 2 or 3 weeks, she wants to come back to St. Luke's to her doctor's.
Okay, well, that's not going to happen anymore.
I know. So the idea was to get you and Jerry involved and have power of attorney.
Okay.
Now, when you get power of attorney, what we do is get me involved with selling the house and getting the assets together,
Right.
and then split it down the middle.
Right.
Okay, that's how it was kind of intended for it. But because I've been paying all her
Bills.
bills because of the she's in and out of the nursing home.
Right. So
Okay.
you have less money now.
So I have taken money out a lot of times of, see, our account is in the same bank,
Right.
and her and my account's the same. There's his and hers.
Right.
Okay, but they do separate them because we have different checking account numbers.
Good.
But the thing of it is, they have they have something else. I don't remember what it was. But anyway, what they're trying to do now is the state got involved. And because the state got involved, Jerry said they have to have certain paperwork involved. And your name is going to be on my checking account, and Jerry's name's going to be on her checking account.
Okay.
And that's how it's going to be.
Okay.
Now, I don't think Jerry has received any mail, but he seems to have had phone calls from Karen
And me.
and you and the state, see?
Right.
So now they're trying to make you in charge of me as the executor,
Okay.
that you can pay the bills and
Right.
all the other stuff.
Yeah. Power of attorney.
And
Right.
Jerry will do it for Beverly.
Okay.
Okay. And there is some money mixed up with Beverly's monies from her mother.
Okay.
And Dennis has got some of it,
Right.
and which lives in Springfield.
Right.
And then Beverly has some of it.
Right.
Well, I think about 20,000, something like that.
Oh, okay.
It was around 40, but with Beverly changing her mind about going to Florida or going to Texas to get an operation on her back, she doesn't need no goddamn operation. The guy that did her back didn't do a very good job.
No.
So she's always popping these pills.
Yeah.
And I have nothing to do with that. Now, the reason I don't know anything about it, the pills, but she pops too many. She's got a whole, like that, of pills
Right.
that she has for different times of the day and stuff that she takes. And that's part of her problem, see, because when that pill wears out, the pain starts up again.
Right. And so
And
she's
when the
addicted.
pain starts up again, then she's got to have an antidote to take care of that.
Yeah.
So then she eats something, and she might meet in the middle of the afternoon. And there's no guarantee that this is going to solve her problem.
Right.
But she's got a couple of these caregivers that know medicine, and they tell her, no, you can't have that one. Yeah.
That's good.
So, shit hit the fan, so to speak.
Right.
And now, since she's been at Luke's, I think 3 different times at odd hours to get admitted.
Right.
And she stays in there for 3 or 4 hours if she goes over. Well, since she came home, the caregiver take her over there, and they just sit there. See? With her in the emergency room, because they
right.
drive her over.
Right.
And I said, well, my shoulder hurts me and I can't drive. I'm trying to get out of it,
I gotcha.
you know. And the emergency room came over a few times, and I got a bill today for something. I don't know what it is. So that's part of this stuff.
Okay. Okay. They made it sound like you weren't in charge of your faculties either.
Huh?
They made it sound like you weren't in charge of your faculties.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not that bad.
No. The reason I'm bad is I stay all night with her.
I know.
And then I sleep all day.
I know.
And or go over to a nursing home and see her.
I know.
And when I do this, I'm tired.
I know.
And if I just mention your name, she gets upset. And she did it this morning a couple of times. And I've had this nurse since 6:30 this morning. And then she would, no, this is a different one. I had one about 6 o'clock this morning. And I had to unlock the door because she's supposed to be here until 6:30.
Okay.
She left right after lunch. So what happened was the gal that was here this morning, that's her first time. So she don't know where the hell she's at or what she's doing. And she don't know Beverly's tricks. But Beverly gets on the damn phone and she calls just about anybody.
Any doctor. She was calling a doctor up there when I came in.
I know.
Okay.
I know. She calls the doctors and complains like hell to him. And he says, okay, come on in. And they give her a couple of shots in the neck for her neck pain and stuff. And they charge $50 to go in and then about $35 for medicine and stuff. It'll be about $100.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what I know.
Okay.
That all happened this morning.
Okay. Yeah, I'm finding this stuff out that, yeah. This,
I did get my taxes filed, but I didn't have no money and I was out of checks and I didn't know it. And I've got to pay him cash or get money to him or something, a couple $100 for doing my taxes.
Oh, Jerry?
Jerry, yeah.
Okay.
That's not a problem.
Okay.
But see, I ain't got no checks now because I used them all up. Beverly's got a couple of them. But I didn't want to use those because it's like if she pays the bills.
Right.
See?
Yeah. So,
I don't know what the hell she's going to do. She gets in the middle of something and then she says, I don't want that to eat. I don't know what the hell to buy for her. Like this morning, I went out to about 12:30 and I got her meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and she ate very little of it.
yeah.
Not a handful. So I eat the rest, you know. But the thing of it is, sometimes there's boxes of stuff that she gets because she goes out with the aide. And some of the aides go out with her using her credit card to buy food that she normally don't buy.
Oh,
You see what I mean?
she needs to be in a nursing home.
Well, she gets to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. So anyway, the whole idea is to get and sell this house, sell everything in the house. I don't know about the car, but Beverly wanted me to get her a new car. She called Jack Smith from over in Illinois, where I used to get Cadillacs.
I was here when they called.
Yeah. So anyway, Beverly wants them to get involved so she can get a SRX Cadillac or something, which is another $50,000. So anyway, I said, I'm not getting another new car.
No.
Well, then she started riding with the aides.
Okay.
See?
Right.
And she goes to doctors or anything. And then when the gal says, oh, I got to take Beverly to the doctors, but they always want to go over to St. Luke's area to the doctors that she knows, and they can pull some strings.
Oh.
See?
With the medicine?
Well, with medicine that one was giving her acupuncture to her feet.
Okay.
Put needles in there.
Yeah, well, that's.
I know, but what I'm saying is she goes to any doctor, do anything.
Okay.
And she says, oh, that helps my pancreas really bad. I mean, really, it really improves my pancreas. You know, I thought, bullshit. So, this is what all happened today.
Okay. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, let me go to the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Just relax for a minute.
Okay.
Look at my library.
Oh, yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
calling people. But I can't hardly hear because she's...
Well, it sounds like,
Huh?
from what the gal was telling me this morning, it sounded like Beverly was complaining that you weren't taking care of her at night.
Well,
So that's how the state got in?
the thing is,
But I agree that something needs to be done.
yeah. Well, the thing it is, I can't stay up with her all night.
You can't.
And now that she's home, I can't sleep in the bed.
Right.
See, I gotta sleep where she's at because she'll get up at midnight or something and she'll say, what do you got to eat? Or something, you know, anything. You know, and she'll take 2 nibbles off and she says, oh, I don't like that or something. You know, she just wants attention.
Right.
Yeah. So what that amounts to is where we're at now. And I don't exactly remember how much I got in this house, but it's not over 50,000.
Okay.
But the thing is that everything I'm for, she's against. Okay?
Right.
So, and she's very demanding, whereas, oh, I have to go to the doctor this day or that day. And I says, let the nurse take you. I can go in there and sleep.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Otherwise, you see, I'm up all day and all night.
Right.
Yeah. So, anyway, Jerry got involved, and I think you and Jerry are going to be the caregivers, so to speak, and be able to settle up the estate between me and Beverly.
Okay.
And Beverly's going to go to Springfield,
And where are you going?
and I'm going to stay here. But
Okay.
Beverly's not going to have anything to do with that.
Right.
She wants me here and her here.
I know.
You know.
I know.
Because, you see, I was at Delmar Gardens next door,
Right.
and she was right next door, And she'd say, "Come on over for lunch." I said, "Oh, I got an appointment with somebody or something, anything."
Yeah, I remember.
And then she got admitted over there, and they threw her ass out in about a week. And she tried to have me eat with her up in the second floor dining room. They got a couple dining rooms,
Mm-hmm.
and they take it up on elevators, the food. And it's only like 10 or 12 people. Well, anyway, she got over there, and she needed a chair and all this other shit because they didn't have the furniture that she wanted brought over and all kinds of other things. So I did. I have a chair out in the garage. I went to the garage sale and bought a thrift store and bought it for $25 only because she wanted a goddamn chair, and they didn't have a sitting in chair like this.
Right.
She had to sit on the bed or a couch.
Okay.
So anyway, that's what happened,
Okay.
and it all hit the fan today, and
Yeah.
somebody woke me up and then woke you up and everybody else. And I had been getting some help a little from Jennifer about taxes and stuff,
Yeah.
and it helped. Then Jerry come in here and he says, "Oh, you don't need this, you don't need that, and stuff." But you see, it was so mixed up. It's stacked about that high.
Yeah.
And I've been going through it, and I've been going page 1, page 2, page 3, 4, 5. I had about 8 pages of bills, and I put them in stacks and staple them together.
Right.
Try to get organized.
Yeah.
And anyway, that's where things were. And then I found out that I ran out of checks because,
Sorry to interrupt you guys. She keeps calling you. I told her you're busy.
huh?
She keeps calling you. I told her you're busy, but she won't leave it alone. She
All
wants
right, I'll
you.
be up in a minute.
Okay.
All right. Hey.
Yeah.
Don't say anything.
About what?
Me being here.
Don't say anything about her.
Oh no, I didn't. I'm sorry. I didn't even know who you were. When you
Yeah,
said
that's
that.
my daughter.
Okay.
But anyway, don't say anything.
I won't.
Okay.
I got you.
She's a student over here at the college over here.
Oh, okay.
And she goes weird hours in the morning, like 5 and 6 o'clock, just to classes. And then, like, she came over here at 1:30, So, anyway, everything is up in arms today. And then I got another stack of 7 or 8 bills.
Do you want to go over there? Do you want me to take you over there now to get some checks?
Where?
Your bank.
Huh?
Do you want to go to your bank and get some checks now?
No, they won't give me the.
They'll give you some temporary ones, won't they?
Huh?
Temporary? You got to order them.
Well, I went over there and ordered them.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was.
But they want you on my check to come in, and it was cold. And then finally I says to her, "We're going to move." So finally she had a friend up here that there was a house for sale up in, what's that place? Braywood Circle. And,
Oh, in Brewston?
yeah, she had a friend that had a house for sale at Braywood Circle. So we went up to look at it. Well, we looked at it and it was like 115,000. No, I mean 215,000. And I said, that's too expensive. So what? As we drove out, we drove by this place. You sell it for yourself or something, which was a reduced price. And they were working on it and doing painting, some other work in there, I didn't pay a lot of attention to it. Well, after they got finished and then we offered them a contract, I told them, you know, that all this stuff had to be finished and stuff like that. And they wanted us to move right away. Well, Beverly was gung ho, because then we move up there, we'd be closer to the doctors at St. Luke's.
Right.
Yeah, because we had already had picked a place about 3 blocks away from Clayton and Highway 141.
Oh.
We already had picked out a place, but it was on a slab, and I thought that would be cold, you know, on a slab, because the terrain of the grounds, you know, wasn't level.
Mm-hmm.
So there was hardly any basements. So when they built it, they built them in slabs, so they wouldn't have to worry about the maintenance, and it was cheaper to build a slab.
Oh.
So we got ready to build that, and then she changed her mind about this one in St. Charles. And I says, you gotta live somewhere. Let's just decide where you want to live and let that be it. Well, she still had these doctors she was going to. And when she was going to these doctors, I said to myself, you haven't changed a bit. Because I said, you're going away from that doctor instead of after the doctor that did the damage.
Right.
And that's what started.
Wow.
And then the accident happened. And this is, I would say this is more from the accident than her walking before, because she was walking with a walker in the kitchen and in the bedroom and stuff. Just that push walker, you know.
Yeah.
Push and walk wherever you want to go. Well, then she started falling, like in the kitchen when she tore up that floor.
Right.
Okay. And then she fell a couple times in the bathroom and at other places. Well, that's when I got the hernia. And I says, that's it. I'm going to get this fixed, and I'm not picking you up no more. If the bills come in, they come in.
Right.
And I still think there's some bills I paid, but they come in with different names on them. That's what I get.
Yeah. So I've
It
noticed.
isn't like one company. It's like 5 or 6 different companies.
Well, yeah. There's a couple of companies. This RB.
Like in a big company. Little companies like in a big company. So all the little companies are sending bills out, and I can't verify them all, because I wrote some of them down, but I didn't write all of them down. But see, some of these are 6 months old or more.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been trying to go through that stuff, and yeah, there's a lot of things that don't make sense, and it seems like a lot of things.
Well, they don't give you the run. They don't tell you where they drove to.
Yeah.
They say, we should have said Braidwood Circle, Braidwood Circle, Braidwood Circle. They didn't say that. They just said run number so-and-so. Well, hell, I don't know what that is.
Right.
You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, I do.
Well, I mean, they could go to another company and just put a different run number in there.
Right. I noticed that there's like 3 different ambulance companies, and St. Peter's is always sending you bills, and you're always paying all these $225 bills.
Yeah.
And I'm like, surely they've been paid up by now.
Yeah, they all were.
Well, I would think
And
so.
I didn't get any for about 3 or 4 months. So I don't know what happened with the menu I was keeping
Right.
and sleeping from them girls being there overnight. They go overnight. They don't work. Well, that means I have to take care of her.
Right.
And that was no fun at all, because instead of going over and seeing her at a nursing home, you know, you stay there an hour and a half or so, and you're finished, and you go back home.
Right.
Well, she kept on wanting me to come over there every day, and I says I can't do that.
Well, you're too old.
And then it changed, where I was going about every 3 days, just for her to get clean diapers. And the whole idea was they could have had the company do that
Right.
and pay them,
Right.
and I wouldn't have to run back and forth all the time.
Right. So I don't know why this.
I don't know why she did what her did, and then where the hell did she order all those goddamn books? She must have got 1 or 2 books, and then ordered other books out of that book.
Oh.
See, in plain words, one sent her one, and one sends his buddy, hey, Beverly's buying stuff. Well, that's when one day I went home, and his goddamn chair shows up in this goddamn big truck, and I'm thinking, what the shit is she doing? Because she was doing wheelchairs and walkers and canes and other shit.
Right.
But when she ordered that big chair, I thought, holy shit. And then I said to him, I'm going to have to stop this someplace.
Right.
Well, when she went into a nursing home, she didn't use that chair. She went to the nursing home at St. Peter's on Mexico Road.
Right.
Well, that's when I would still run over there about the same amount or less. And then I couldn't figure out what was going on, and she was hooking up with Kevin, and he was coming a couple times, and I'm figuring, what the hell do you think he's going to do? And then she talked about moving to Springfield, which her son Dennis had her mother and his mother together.
Her
going to this
brother.
nursing home.
Her brother.
Huh?
Her brother's Dennis.
Dennis is the brother.
Right.
So he and Beverly put their money together and put her in a nursing home up in Springfield. So it'd be close to Dennis.
Right.
And then Dennis could take his visitor anytime he wants, because they were only a couple miles, about 3 or 4 miles apart.
Is that Missouri or Illinois?
Huh? Springfield Outer District by the airport.
Illinois or Missouri?
Huh?
Was that Illinois or Missouri?
Missouri.
Okay.
He was a railroad engineer, and then he retired. See, after that. Well, then he started buying land up, and then renting the land out. The buildings he rented for guys to put their equipment in, and then the land he would rent out to people that just wanted a house in a small yard. You know. So he bought the small house, but with a lot of acreage. So he got more money, or just as much or more, doing farming to them people
Right.
than they did for renting a house. And he used that as a thing to say, oh, I'll rent this house cheaper if you rent this land.
Right.
Yeah.
I get it.
So that worked for him, because he's getting ready for retirement now, and that was good income.
Yeah.
He got rid of all of his animals, so he wouldn't have to take care of them.
Yeah.
And before, he was taking care of them and working too.
Mm.
And then I think she has to work another year or so. Or anyway, she's about retirement age now. We're at a point that she can retire through the education system.
His wife, you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's when I told her, well, that's a good deal you got, because they had accumulated enough money to buy that land across the street and down the street. So he's got a whole large area, and someday he might sell that and they might put a subdivision in there.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah, and
Right.
give him big money. And then he's set pretty.
Right.
I said, but I think I left first.
You did.
Okay. And I asked her, does she want me to do anything for her? She said, I'm just going to go around and select things that I wanted. Okay. So I couldn't see any use for myself. So I said, okay. So what I did was I went ahead and got ready and gone, and she was still roaming around looking at the items that she wanted.
She was looking at clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when she was looking at clothes and stuff, then I figured it's no use me sitting here because we already decided that we were going to divorce.
Okay.
That she was going to get the items that she wanted and put back in the house.
Right.
Okay. I says, they moved my items over here.
Right.
So nothing over there was mine anymore, as far as I was concerned.
Okay.
Karen went through and got a car full of stuff, and I don't know what she had. Okay. And that's just what I know.
Okay.
And from that is to where we are now, except I went over there 1 or 2 times because the house was still full of items.
Right.
And at that point, Jerry said, what do you want me to do with all this crap? And I made a couple suggestions to him, and one of them was to move the items that were in the house to storage area that was nearby. And I says there's a couple storage areas in the area
Right.
up on North Outer Road. Okay. Between there and
The outer road by.
it is near the residence.
Right.
I says the best thing to do is put Beverly's stuff in one area and my stuff in another area. I says,
I recall
if
that.
there's
Yeah.
anything left, and Beverly can select the things that she wants.
Right.
So I gave her the option to get the items that she wanted. Basically, it was all that was left. So I made a suggestion to Jerry, if you want, put it all in one item, or otherwise put it in another storage area.
Right.
And that's the last I had heard of it.
Right. But we brought all your stuff here.
Right.
Okay.
So that means that anything that was left in the house, she could have. Period.
Right. You didn't care.
That's all I know.
Yeah. So, what do you think we should do from here?
Huh?
What do you think we should do from here?
From here,
Yeah.
I didn't figure nothing.
Well, Beverly's suing Jennifer, myself, and Jerry. How do you feel about that?
Well, I don't know, okay? And I'm not coherent enough. I thought it was my intention to get a divorce from Beverly. That was my intent.
Okay. And so,
Because I have no interest in the things that were in the house. They belong to Beverly as far as I'm concerned.
okay.
Because I got the items I want.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, but what if Beverly wants
Well, she'll say
this
something.
desk
She wants something
or
that I
this
got.
table? Right. Okay. All right.
she would say something.
Okay. All right.
And then she can have it if she wants. If she wants this, she can have it.
Okay.
I don't care.
Right. Even though she can't use it, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
She can do whatever she wants with the items.
Right.
Well, then it came into the picture that some people didn't get the items they wanted. Because that's when the move started. Putting it in storage. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody else must have made the decision. And I don't know who that was. I can assume that was the Jerry. Made the motion or the whatever to sell the place.
But, do you think that would be in your best interest that Beverly didn't agree to?
No, I don't think that's proper.
Okay.
I told her this is all the furniture I want,
Okay.
is what I received here.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah. But, maybe Beverly wants...
I said that she could have all the rest of the stuff.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So...
Karen has already been here
Right.
once
Yeah.
and got a car full of stuff with Kyle
Kyle.
to take home.
Right.
Okay, that's all I know.
Okay. And,
So Beverly could have everything in the house. I don't care.
so yeah, and they came back last weekend and not last weekend, weekend before, and we took everything and put it in store.
Its place.
Yeah, we put
And
it back
then
in the
Beverly
house.
went back to the house.
Right. Okay. And you guys didn't really talk. What?
No, we didn't really talk other than Karen wanted Beverly to go around and take and what to do with what items.
Right.
I guess more or less keep or give away or for whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I think she was, looking at clothes and stuff, and
Right.
she was worried about a purse,
Yeah.
and,
So that was how I answered it.
okay.
She could have all the rest of the stuff.
Okay, so what brought this on as far as
Well, mainly what brought it on was two things. They suggested I move up here.
okay, who's
The
that?
other one was that she left while I went out to dinner. And when I went out to dinner, she didn't come back.
I thought it was lunch.
Lunch.
Okay.
It could have been lunch. I
Okay.
don't know.
Okay.
And then I didn't hear for 3 or 4 days. And that's when I came up here.
Well, first of all,
I couldn't find her.
no, we weren't notified where she was.
Right.
But first of all, you had talked with Jerry and her about you moving out.
Yes, my question was, if you take and go to a nursing home and have to stay because you can't walk, then there was an option suggested by Jerry that I move up here.
Okay.
I came up here to visit the area that they were going to give to me. This was unfinished.
Right.
Okay, didn't have no carpets or anything in it.
Okay.
Then it was decided that I take up this. Then I came up here to Huh?
Who decided that?
When I came up here to look at this, okay,
Yeah.
they had another apartment over there
Right. But
and one here.
right.
This was not finished.
Okay.
It
But
didn't have no carpets in it.
right, but you like this one better than the other one.
Yeah, because that was the location.
Okay, but yes. But why did you decide on this place?
I decided on this one because of the laundry room, the balcony had, the other one didn't have a balcony. Okay,
Yeah.
so I decided on this one
Right.
when it was finished. When it was finished, that's when I moved in here.
Right.
Okay, and my girls moved me, Elizabeth and Jennifer,
Right.
moved me without my permission, other than with my permission. I'm sorry, with my permission, that I told them what I wanted. And the item that I wanted mainly was a bed
Right. Okay.
to sleep in. And I mentioned a chair that was out in the garage, a red chair.
Right.
And the other items were decided by Elizabeth and Jennifer. And then they asked me, Elizabeth and Jennifer, was there anything else I wanted?
Right.
And I wanted just table and chair.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And that's what it amounted to. Okay?
Yeah. Did you call them and tell them you wanted dinner down up here?
Huh?
Did you call them? Well, apparently Beverly didn't want to deal with her either.
Oh, no. Beverly does not get a positive attitude out of Karen.
But she wants Karen to handle everything.
I know. Uh-oh, got a visitor.
Got that right. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. You want to drink a beer?
I got water. I'm good.
So I don't know, you see. So I can't comment on something I don't know.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.